Hello everyone, it's Kingdom Silver here, and in today's video we're going to talk about some recent controversies surrounding 90% silver, constitutional silver, junk silver, whatever name you want to call it, and we're also going to talk about whether or not this actually is a good investment for you. Without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Let's dive right in. So again, got the idea for this video as I was had the opportunity this week. It was a little bit slower at work, and I was able to dig into some silver content as I was working. Just listening along as I was working on reconciliations and all kinds of fun bank stuff that I'm sure you guys are super interested in. But as I was doing that, it was interesting because I watched two videos back to back. And I had a video that was from Silver Seeker, and it was in regards to, what silver right now is giving you the most bang for your buck when it comes to the buyback spread versus, the initial purchase spread of it. And in his video, he mentioned that actually the thing that was the most profitable was this. It was junk silver, that he was seeing the best spread between what you were buying it back right now and what you were selling it for. So next I watched a video from Silver Dragons, and what was interesting is it was almost suggesting the opposite. And in this video, Silver Dragons was at Harry's Corn Shop, and really enjoyed watching those videos. I really enjoy hearing Harry's knowledge on things, and seems like a really good guy. And he was actually making the opposite case from what Silver Seeker was, in that, hey, this type of silver, junk silver, is actually not good to invest in. And the reasons that he cited is that when they are trying to, melt down or get back any silver right now, that the junk silver that is coming in, they're seeing a lot of waste with it, and that they're actually only able to extract about 60% of the silver that is in these processes from melting down these coins. And so the refineries, the people that are doing this, right, they're not making a lot of money, right? This is a harder type of silver to extract from, and because of that, he was seeing, at least on his end, that the prices were much lower. So again, you've got two different videos coming out at the same time saying different things. What can we take from that? Well, I do think that there is merit in both videos, and I want to touch on Silver Dragon's video and on Harry's views. And I believe that, there's some validation there, because from a video that I shared about a month ago, and I had watched some content from David Morgan from the Morgan Report, was on another channel, and was talking about, hey, the availability of above ground silver right now is really limited, right? And that that above ground silver, there's not a lot for commercial use. And so a lot of people, and we've heard this from other places and other channels, that they're actually buying back and melting down a lot of silver to be used in commercial use, because they just can't get it right from the mines and the refineries. They're actually having to get it from the retail market. Now, having said that, it would make sense then, if it's harder to extract, right, silver from junk silver, as opposed to, the purer forms of silver, that they wouldn't prefer this. And so it would make sense that there's less of a buyback. Now, having said all of that, I do think that there is a use case for investing in junk silver. And I think we saw this a couple of years ago, right? We saw that when there was the run on the banks, what did people start going to? They went to American Silver Eagles, right? And they also went to junk silver. And both of those, the premiums skyrocketed, right? I think you were seeing 12 or 13 bucks over spot, right, for a lot of the junk silver, and you were seeing 18, in some cases 20 bucks over spot, mostly 18, but seeing that for American Silver Eagles. So we already have the precedent that could happen, right? I'm not saying it will, but we do have the precedents for that happening. So when it comes to junk silver, what's the verdict, right? Who's right? Well, I think in this case, they can both be right. And I'm not just being that person that's like, oh, we're all winners, right? And everybody gets a participation trophy. No, I think there's valid reasons to say, hey, at this moment in time, right? Moment in time right now, if you are buying precious metals with any timetable of flipping it in the short term, junk silver is not the way to go, right? Because we're seeing right now the premiums are so low. And in fact, we're seeing in multiple cases that the premiums on junk silver are actually below spot. A lot of people, I saw it the other day, they were selling it 49 cents under spot. Now, is there a potential opportunity here, right? From seeing what we've seen in previous years about the exorbitant amount of premiums on junk silver, on Eagles, is there an opportunity here? Maybe. So what is my approach? Again, not investment advice, but what am I doing with this information? Well, I'm holding pat at the moment, but if I am starting to see any dip in silver, and we do see the junk silver premium staying low, I may pick up a little bit more. For me, I view junk silver, again, there's a little bit of an investment opportunity, right, with those premiums in the past. But I think what the main opportunity with junk silver is for use in a barter scenario, right? If we're ever in a position in the world where we would need to use this for goods and services. And so my general rule of thumb is that I want to have enough junk silver on hand to where I could cover multiple months of my family's expenses. And when I say that, basic living needs, I'm talking about, food, water, shelter, right? I would want that covered in junk silver for a couple of months. Now, having a little bit more on the side in case, hey, the premiums go way up, and flipping the junk silver, I think that could be possible. We just have to be flexible, right? I think you should both be looking in the short term, right? Which, if I had any critique of Harry, and I think great advice for the moment, is, hey, are you just looking at this moment in time? Because we know that things can change. We saw this with how quickly the premiums rose, how quickly they fell. Could they go up again? Absolutely. So I think when you're looking at junk silver, don't just look at the short term right now. Look going forward, and then make the decision on how much of your stack should be devoted to junk silver. With that, we're going to end the video today. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Be a blessing to others. We'll see you later.